All right.
Hennigan, did you figure out the third sold out date? And when you say sold out, you mean sold out, sold out. Can't even buy at the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I ask you before? What size is that iPad?
Let's
Can you
back
even buy
up right
those?
there. Let's back up because when you say to Hennigan sold out, it's different than the fans. And I say that when I say fan, usually I take that back and because I hate the word. But the douchebags, let's say, that say, hey, I just saw your show is sold out. Any way you can get me tickets? No, because it's sold out. We've been over this so many fucking times. I'm just saying, when you say that to Brian, sometimes we sell tickets and the venue also sells tickets.
We split the total capacity.
Between brown paper tickets
So that
and the venue.
Yeah.
So that's what you're talking to him. Yeah, if you, the listener, see sold out, that's sold out. There's no, this conversation has nothing to do with that. That means everyone's fucking sold out.
Yeah.
Yes.
What can I do to get in? Get a construction crew, a building permit, take out a wall, add 2 seats.
For you and your lady.
Yeah, who won't show up or would walk out if she did.
Yeah. I don't think that's comedy.
And I should, I know I shouldn't say that,
Well, go
but
on.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Fuck. Why can't you come to Chicago? Why do you have to play DeKalb? Because my act isn't Chicago ready yet. All right. We're working on it. We played DeKalb for a reason. All right. Now we can go into the podcast as already scripted. I can't read my monitor. Hey, Chad Shank is here. Brian Hennigan is our guest. Ggreg Chaille's back from his adventures of draining cysts. You want to talk about that? No, probably not.
You don't want to hear it.
Oh, when Chaille, well, Tracy had to
It's
go
not
up.
a metaphor. That's the important thing. He's not he's not like Trump draining the swamp.
Tracy of the Trailies had to go up. They went up as a couple, as one does when they have a breast cancer scare, a lump. A woman of a certain age has a lump. Some people check it out. I just stopped touching myself there. And, I didn't know. Chaille says, she has to have a biopsy. And I'm going to Tucson, spend the night, and we're going to get the biopsy and then hit the casino. Because I guess if you're lucky on one, unlucky on the other, hey, hedge your bets. I think they hedge your bets. So, biopsy turned out to be a cyst, which they drained. And I get this message from Chaille, and then he calls me to describe it. I don't know where the biopsy was. I don't want a picture. And he goes, it turns out, but she watched. Tell me how you said it.
It's like, well, Tracy was telling me about it, and then I was like, you're getting very close to this, me messing up this brand new car. Because I was really hungover yesterday, and it was really hot. It was over 100 degrees. And we just got out of there, and she didn't have to have the biopsy. And she starts explaining how they drain the cyst, and she's watching. I'm like blowing my mind that she's watching it.
Camera.
Like, what did they? I mean, what? Why would you?
At what point did people stop using their fucking cameras?
She's the doctor's with the implements, and she's got her phone held up. Like, Miss, I need you to move your phone a little. I need to get to the system.
Yeah, she can watch it, but I don't know where it is. So as he's describing the needle going into the pocket that they're doing the biopsy via whatever scope.
X-ray or sonogram or something?
But there wasn't a biopsy.
Ultrasound. No, there was not a biopsy. It turns out she didn't have to have one.
It was a cyst. I'm still thinking cunt. So as he's describing a needle going in and she's watching it, my legs are clenching. I'm doing Kegels on an imaginary vagina. And then at some point he said breast, and I relaxed thoroughly. Oh, thank God. I thought they were sticking a needle with a colonoscope up your cunt.
And she's watching it.
Tight, huh?
Gripped that needle.
So you're a squirter. Yeah. Oh, no, it's my breast.
That's why they call her hamster pussy.
Do I have to duel him now?
Let's I did nothing this week except accidentally troll Bieber fans, which
what is it? Beliebers?
Yeah.
That was one of the funnest days on Twitter.
Well, it started the night before. I was sitting in here trying to do something. I was trying to get pictures for the book. I get drunk, and then that leads to Twitter. And I just made a dumb... He had just canceled the rest of his tour for this year. At the same time, John McCain got diagnosed with glioblastoma or whatever fucking brain cancer. So I made some dumb tweet, obvious. So Justin Bieber canceled his dates because...
My good friend, Justin Bieber, yeah.
Because he's been diagnosed with glioblastoma, 16 months to live. So I just combined two dumb stories, easy tweet. And I went to bed. And in the morning, I had no idea that hashtagging, I know fucking with Justin Bieber fans is easy. But I didn't know that I woke up to so many tweets. Is this true? I'm dying. I'm crying right now. Fuck you for saying that. That's not true. I'm not going to believe it till I hear it from someone else in the camp or from him. And I'm like, all right, now...
Game on.
Well, I wake up. We'll close on viewer mail. People I've snapped on first thing in the morning because I just want to yell at someone. But knowing that I have this rich vein of fucking with Bieber fans, I just kept going. And I went all day. I think I did nothing that day. I just fuck with...
Well, I thought it was connected to the Coolio somehow. The Coolio.
Yeah,
tweets.
weren't you up in Tucson at this point?
The Coolio's when you did when you were in Tucson.
Yeah, I forgot about the Coolio
I didn't think they
thing.
were connected, but I did. I remembered now that I wanted to hear this story, though. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was the same day. Was it the same day? I don't know.
I think it was the same day.
Coolio was before, because you came back and you went down. Oh, you went down to Tucson and you missed your flight because you're so drunk. At the 4 Points.
It wasn't about drunk. No. It was about trusting a wake-up call in a hotel.
That's true.
Like, when's the last time you even used the phone except to call room service in a hotel? I trust they're going to give me a wake-up call. I even made sure the volume on the phone was up. I was going on a crazy flight to get mileage. I was supposed to go to... through Salt Lake to Honolulu, back to Minneapolis, to Boston, Atlanta, back home with nothing more than a 2-hour layover in any spot. I was very excited. I love to do these things, as you know. Well, I get up there the night before for a 7:30 flight, wake up at 7:39 on my own because the fucking wake-up call didn't come.
Maybe they were a believer.
But the night before, at the hotel, at the airport hotel, at the Sheraton 4 Points, my hotel I stay in, unless the other one's available across the street for similar money.
All suites.
All suites. Yeah. Fucking all the staff. I'm drinking early because I know I have to go to bed early because I have to wake up early for a fucking flight. That if you miss the outbound, you're fucked. You can't rework Tucson's. Yeah, you're fucked. You miss the outbound, you're fucked. So I'm drinking early, and the staff's talking about Coolio, all these. I guess it's called Back to the 90s.
Oh, yeah, tour.
And it's Coolio and 3 other bands you don't even remember.
Acts. We call them acts now.
Yeah, they are acts. And so Coolio,
it's one of these mega bills. Yeah. So you've got Coolio.
So all the staff is saying, yeah, the lighting guys were here and the sound guys were here, and they're giving everyone was like, oh, they offered me backstage passes. Like, I can't go. I got kids, and no one wants to go backstage with a fucking, what's Coolio, like fucking 60 now or something? I don't know. He's so everyone's like, yeah, nah, not really. Then someone goes, Coolio's checking in, and Rob, the bartender, is fucking hilarious. He's like, oh, let me run right out to the lobby and get a picture. Then Coolio comes in with his posse of 3 other flunkies. It's like me with Derek and Kenny walking in all cool.
Like you own the place?
Yeah.
I was picturing the time when we walked into the same bar after getting off the airplane. Me, you, and I don't fucking remember, but I was wearing a fucking first class blanket like a Superman thing.
I just saw that picture.
That was an entourage, right?
Where was that? Because I'm looking for pictures for the book, and I'm missing a lot of years.
I think we were on that trip. I think I took that
but
picture.
It's on. I went to Google, and I'm like, hey, maybe I can find pictures for the book on Google, and I found that one of you wearing that fucking Delta blanket like a fucking Superman. Anyway, they come in. It's like 5:30 at night. I know he's got a show that night. They sit down at the bar. It's empty. There's probably 3 other people that have no idea. They're scared of black people. They don't know Coolio. After he left, we had to explain.
Probably scared of Coolio.
Yeah, Coolio was very cordial. He ordered something, and the guy next to him's like, what's in that? And he's like, oh, no, you got to use Don Julio, and then you mix this. And he was all animated, and me and the bartender who's coming off shift are going, let's see what the tip is. You know it's going to be a shitty... And I'm like, I was just going to say the same fucking thing. Coolio, very nice to the 3 people at the bar, and then they drink 1 drink quickly, and then we got to go, we got a show. And then Rob picks up what'd they tip? Nothing. Fucking nothing. 0.
Shit.
We knew it was going to be shitty, but fucking nothing.
And you're out of Hennessy.
So, again, I'd been drinking early, so I start tweeting, fuck you, Coolio, stiff my fucking bar. This is my bar. Like, I've been staying there for 12 years. It's the only 2 bars I'm a regular at are the B Gates at the airport, at Tucson Airport, and the 4 Point Sheraton when I'm flying out or flying in, because either way, I'm going to be too drunk to drive. And your fucking sloppy ass, broke ass. I don't know. I was on a tear.
You called us. We were preparing Blue Apron at the time, so I really couldn't engage because I was working on stuff. But you were hopped up, and you probably shouldn't have been sitting in a bar because you were drunk.
Yeah, but it's early and it's my fucking bar. I'm a regular. I can be drunk
pre-text too, or pre-tweets.
I tipped Rob $100 with a picture that it was on top of a to-go box where I took a picture. Hey, at Coolio, don't worry, I made up for your fucking broke ass sloppy posse. Make the fucking loser guy take the bullet for not tipping. Hey, I got to go to the room first. You don't tip, so it's not a reflection on me. Fuck you. That's cool. And then the guy that had been sitting next to him, we have to, at some point, we're like singing Gangster's Paradise. Remember the movie? And he's like, yeah. At some point, he capitulated and said, yes, I remember, because he wanted us to stop trying to tell him who Coolio was. So that guy, he starts getting drunk and he starts talking about God and Trump and there's things I believe in. Indiana guy, again, worst fucking state in the 50.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And if we're playing there, you know it. That's why you come to our shows, because somehow you're stuck there. Are we playing Indy on this?
Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne. Oh, that's a fun one.
Fort Wayne on Saturday, August 26th at the Tiger Room. Tickets on sale now, DougStanhope.com.
Thank you for that quick plug. The guy, the Indiana guy who's there on whatever, he's like, oh, and it's great because I have a room that has a sliding door right out to the patio right here by the bar, which I always ask for, that row. And I go, oh, so do I. That's why I get it. He's a smoker like me.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, oh, I'm in 148. And I go, I'm 2 doors down. So after the whole Coolio shit and then the God and Trump shit, then I added onto the tweets because I know they're all coming back to the same fucking hotel. I said, if you want to fucking bring it up with me in person, I'm in room 148.
Fuck yeah.
That's great.
I fucking saw that, and I knew you didn't give out your own room number, and knew there had to be a story.
That's a thing. As just like giant dicks, black people have an indefensible trait of not tipping. I'm not saying it's good or bad, or hey, you also have a tendency to make way less fucking money. And that the problem is, Becker talks about this all the time. They're charged, they have to pay taxes on 8%, I believe it is.
I think it's 12.
Oh, maybe
Tracy,
it went up.
For
Tracy,
tipping service,
It's 8.
is it 8?
8.
Maybe 10 now.
So if you get nothing, you're taking money from my pocket.
They're
When
going
you
to take
tip me
overall
nothing,
sales. They will take
Right.
that 8%.
Yeah, you get taxed regardless
Yeah.
on 8% of what you sell. So yeah, you're fucking my friend. You're stealing from my friend, Coolio, wearing a baseball hat because he went bald, but he's got he still keeps those little fucking tea trees coming out of his baseball
What?
hat. Little
Tea trees?
Tea trees. Like pipe cleaners.
Pipe
Whatever
cleaners,
the fuck.
Does he have to cut holes in his baseball
Yeah,
hat?
yeah, that's
Oh,
what
so
he
they're
was
sticking
wearing.
out?
Yeah,
Clever.
yeah.
Well,
I
That's
look-
like an ID for him.
It's like a look, I guess.
And his phone constantly playing Gangster Paradise. That's how he gets places.
I noticed he hasn't been on Twitter since then.
he's
Called him out.
is not. He didn't seem to be a big Twitter guy anyway. I think when I looked him up, he had less Twitter followers than me.
Yes.
He had 218,000 Twitter followers, and he last tweeted on 7/16, and I think you called him out like a day or two after that, because I was closely watching it to see. I didn't know if you were drunk enough to tweet your own room number. I thought maybe I might have to drive to Tucson, so we were going to rumble with fucking Coolio. I didn't know what was happening, so I did some research.
Yeah, that would be... Doug went there on the 16th.
All right. Well, I don't know when I started fucking with the Bieber thing. I know I just tweeted that
came
overnight.
back.
It was the next day.
It was the next day.
Well, that's what I mean. You came
It was
back
the next day where I saw all
you
the
missed the flight.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I missed my fucking flight and had to eat. But it worked out. Stay with me. We get to Brian soon. We'll do a break by then. But so the Bieber raw meat, and I hated myself so much for missing that fucking flight. It's just, I could have set a wake up call on my phone if I knew how to do that, or even the alarm clock radio. I could have gone back and set that. But
A missed flight, I feel, is like when you leave your duty-free shopping in the cart or something. You never forget it. You always remember you missed that flight.
it's I was really bummed out. Even Chaille's like,
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
I went down. I came up in the morning to get mail and see if Tom was here. And it's really bright out, and I can't see inside the funhouse because the lights are down. And I thought I heard, "Hey, Chaille," and I'm like, "Who the fuck? That sounds like Doug." And you were slumped over at the end of the bar, with no bartender.
Trying to work
working
fucking
flights. And
how do I fix this?
I walked in. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
You're going to make me cry, but it worked so good for the last podcast. When you cried, we got the most responses on Twitter when you cried. Tom was here. He walked in while we were podcast in progress and saw you crying. And I remember him sitting down and went, I'm just going to go.
No, I didn't want to. This is too good. I didn't want to be spoiled. I walked right the fuck out. This is good. And it was.
So then I get into the Bieber thing. First of all, I fixed my fucking crazy flight to make it even crazier. Everything worked out with that.
You stewed for a while, though.
Yeah, and then...
Pretty depressed.
Yeah, so then I get into the Bieber stuff, and I'm fucking with the... And people are... Like, you get so many believers. You just hashtag Bieber, mention Bieber, and all these fucking kids... Like at one point, I had to even tell one of them, maybe Justin Bieber doesn't have brain cancer and he's just pulling one of his pranks on me. Because I what if a 14-year-old girl fucking killed herself because she thinks Justin Bieber's going to die? And most of them are foreign.
Yes, that's the other issue, is that they're taking everything verbatim.
What I thought was helpful was even John Mayer tweeted something about let Bieber cancel his date. Something I'm thinking now people are legitimately jumping in, and it's actually giving you some credence because you're just another.
It appears there's something under the surface.
Well, and the verified status
absolutely
went a long way. And then I noticed too when I was looking through that any sort of confirmation. That's why I finally jumped in, like I was consoling Stanhope because I was like, all right, I want to play too.
Good, yeah.
Because any sort of confirmation would set off a whole new storm of people like, oh my god, it must be true.
And he has the population of China. I think he has 8 billion fucking Twitter followers. So it's always a fresh batch. So
thank you very much.
this is, and I asked Brian today, Twitter doesn't have a phone number, but I want to know when you have that verified symbol, you can change. Mine used to say, I think you changed it. Mine used to say comic, drunk, obsolete.
I never changed that.
No,
All right, maybe that's
still there.
But you can change that.
yeah.
So I could change that to Justin Bieber's best friend. And it has a verified mark.
Yeah.
I just don't want to lose the verified mark if Twitter goes, oh, he's using this for ill-gotten gain.
Guess who matters more to us?
Wait a minute. Wait, I think Brendan Walsh would be on that Twitter list way before you were. That guy fucks with everybody.
Yeah, he doesn't fuck with Justin Bieber, though.
Yeah. He knows where his bread is buttered.
Oh, yeah.
Biebered.
I did ask him about that. The first time I thought of that was when you bitch at Delta. And it wasn't until Ann Coulter went on that tirade that I go, I got to stop bitching at the airline when my flight's fucking late. Yeah, I don't want to look like that.
Well, to be fair, I don't think you look like that. And actually what it looks like to other people who never get any satisfaction from their bitching, you get to live through you vicariously, and you get to get satisfied. They immediately will be like, Doug, sorry about that. And then I think a lot of people are like, that's fucking... somebody's finally answering for their shit.
No, mostly I get that's the most shit I get. Where my own people fucking they've never been on a plane, so they're like fucking white people's problem, that kind of shit. Oh, sorry, your fucking flight's late.
See, maybe that's just me then, because I think it's nice.
I didn't think it till I saw Ann Coulter, and I went, I guess that's because.
You've gone totally positive though before with Delta too.
Well, that's the point. They're a fucking. I'm a pro bono sponsor of Delta. I go on fucking Delta wearing Delta pins.
Yeah.
I'm drinking out of right now. Look, I am drinking out of a Delta glass. I fucking take pride in being a fucking diamond medallion.
And your bitching was never adversarial. It was always diplomatic. You would bitch about legitimate things, but in a polite...
Well, every now and then.
No, a lot of times I'm really
maybe
drunk.
I haven't seen all of them.
Bingo's birthday flights and all those things, that was like war.
Yeah. When she missed your birthday.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Missed
legit.
Doug's
But in the old days, they would put you on another airline.
Yes.
And
You don't do that anymore?
I don't know what the strategy in bitching is. Before they just go, well, we'll see what other airline we can put you on. I don't know what kind of fucking kidney failure you have to be in to get to a hospital before they'll go, well, American has a flight.
Yeah.
And I'd go, you know what? I prefer Delta. I'll just die in the Sky Club of renal failure before I'll fly fucking American. Where was I in this dumb story that's taking up all Brian's time?
You're Bieber.
So, yeah, I dealt with all the influx of the fans. And is this true? I'm dying inside. Life without Bieber. So at some point I lay off. And I book my next crazy flight. Which by the time you hear this will be done. But the next crazy flight, this one, the one I'd booked was going to get me almost 16,000
On the one trip.
MQMs is what they call them. They're medallion qualifying miles. I needed like 45,000 to get to the highest status.
You're alienating your audience again, Duck. Your white
But,
people problems.
don't worry, you're gonna.
What happened
this
to
is a
living
good thing.
vicariously?
So as I'm sitting there depressed, trying to fix that flight, I have to drive 2 hours back home from the airport, 7:30 in the morning, bummed I missed my flight. I find a flight first class so fucking reasonably priced, like unreasonably underpriced, that goes,
Now
I'm not going to give you the fucking itinerary because the first two stops don't matter. But the highest rated, Brian's been to this airport. It's my bucket list airport, Singapore. That I always, when the top 10 airports in the world, Singapore is always fucking number one. And I found this flight for dog shit money comparatively that will give me 52,000 MQMs based on for only twice the money I was paying for those 16,000, 52,000 diamond guaranteed. And it goes through Narita, Japan, Singapore. I have 5 hours to wander around the airport. They get right back on the same itinerary back. It's 50-some thousand miles and 52,000 MQMs. Then I look at the dates that Justin Bieber is canceled. Japan and Singapore. By the time you hear this, this will already have happened unless I'm in a coma. When I get to those, I'm going to tweet myself in those airports with Narita, Japan, and Changi in Singapore going, have to clean up Justin Bieber's mess, meeting with promoters and state officials, hoping they will stop the ban on him returning to this country. Shit like that.
Hold on to your tickets, fans. Fingers crossed.
It just happened just accidentally. I'm like, oh, fuck. We can start it up again.
Oh, yes.
Why would he fly all the way to fucking Singapore if he wasn't?
That's a good friend right there.
But you have to do, again, Twitter Live. So that you have to do video to show you're definitely there. That's the important point. Anyone can fake a photo.
Yeah.
You have to do a
Yeah,
video.
Photoshop. I mean, he can't. But
See, that's the thing. Okay.
Anyone can do it. You just do Twitter and then...
No, I'm saying Doug can't.
Yeah, he can.
He cannot.
He can work Twitter.
He barely works Twitter.
He can work Twitter Live.
Here's the thing. You should push. I don't know how
I
it
can
works.
do
If you
Periscope.
could push the podcast out
Twitter Live
faster.
is-
People should hear this before he does it, because the amount of people ruining the joke in the comments was fucking a lot of people.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting this out.
That's what I'm saying. He should hear this before he does this somehow. God damn it. That's
no, they shouldn't because they'll think they're helping.
Oh,
Yes.
all right.
Let it be
You don't
organic
want
anyway.
helpers.
Yeah.
Well, just
Exactly.
not the ruiners. I don't know. The helpers.
Let's put a pin in that, Chad. We can do that another time. That sounds like a really good idea.
Someone
round
they-
table.
Whoa, you've just been middle managed.
What the fuck? I read that book too, you dick.
Audible.com.
Wow.
free plug. Worth it. Audible. We don't say audible.com. Go to Audible.
Yeah.
It's not even a plug. We'll get to the plugs later on.
We can take a break, actually, if you get it.
Okay, so yeah, the Biebers, someone did say and pointed out, hey, fucking with Bieber fans is kind of low-hanging fruit, but this is funny. And I remember low-hanging fruit. And I go, yeah, absolutely. But I didn't mean to fuck with them. I was just trying to coagulate two news stories into one stupid last-minute tweet of something I'll never use in my act. And maybe this will be in my act now. So, yeah.
You did cross over and put, you crossed the two worlds, Coolio and Bieber, in a couple of tweets. Or I know I saw one.
Coolio, Bieber, and John McCain.
Oh, really? I didn't see that one.
Well,
Glioblastoma.
Oh, yeah.
Am I saying that right? Who cares? I'm sure you'll correct me. All right, we'll come back because Brian Hennigan has the miracle of sight.
Yay.
Please hold. Hey, here's sponsorship. When you support our sponsors, they support us. It's a whole cyclical thing. We're just support our sponsors. Here's a commercial that hopefully Chaille didn't take out the funny parts. Hey, Dollar Shave Club. You know what, Chaille, I've noticed about you with your beard? Is you don't use Dollar Shave Club like you used to. And it tickles the inside of my ass cheeks. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, hey, let's get back to Dollar Shave Club. Hit a beat.
You just hit every beat on their list.
Except for me having a beard.
You,
Hey, Chaille, what happened to the beard? I liked it when it tickled my ass cheeks. That would have probably been
You
better.
guys may not know this, but I have been a member of Dollar Shave Club for a long time.
How long?
Maybe 2 years.
I've
3
been
years?
over 3 years.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of routines. I don't shave very often, so I have a big stack of Dollar Shave Club things, and it's still worth it because when I do use them, I could use it and then throw it away, and it's still cheap. I can use it one time and then throw it away, and it's still worth it. It's worth more than buying them in the store. That was my pitch.
And you can also pause your subscription. You don't have to get them. I see the light bulb over your head. You didn't know that. You can actually pause it and say, hey, I'm going to take a break. I got a bunch of these. I started growing a beard or I'm grooming less. And you can do that. And then start it up again.
It's part of my cover. I like people to think that I'm like more normal than what I am. So if I keep getting regular packages of razors, then people think that I'm not curled up in the fetal position, sleeping in my floor for long periods of time.
Like the guys in
not shaving.
Metallica. They want to
I'm
relate
like
to the people.
I'm like a depressed 14-year-old girl that pretends to cut her wrists. But with Dollar Shave Club, they have like 5 blades, but they're very, very thin. So you can make a line and your parents will pay attention to you, but it's not going to gut you. You know what I'm saying? When you want to cut, but you just, it's...
You think you're walking the line of something Chaille can use, and you're really not.
I would read this fucking...
When I went out with Rebecca, she was allergic. Rebecca, the saintly Norwegian who introduced me to moisturizing.
No, I can smell her still.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing she was
seriously,
hairy since
no,
this
no,
is
no,
a Dollar
no,
Shave
no, no.
commercial.
Wait, as opposed to Rebecca, the other Rebecca who introduced you to shaving?
That was Rowena. How dare you confuse two people whose names start with R, you fucking capitalist racist.
All right. I'm going to turn his mic on now.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Thank you. Anyway, here's the thing, though. Rebecca introduced me to all sorts of wonderful things, including moisturizing, but she was allergic to cats. But she wasn't allergic to hairless cats. Who
is?
Well, again, but the problem was I thought you had to make them. Like
Cats?
so that, yeah, like
I can't believe
know,
they
you
put
can
this
order
in
a
the
kit
bullet
on
points.
Amazon.
Yeah, so
Make you a
I
cat.
subscribed to Dollar Shave Club in order to shave the cats so that Rebecca would have a cat she could play with.
Yes.
And turns out shaving, again, if you've not shaved a cat, it's kind
She's
of difficult.
Norwegian. It gets cold. The cats
Yeah,
died.
for fuck's
You
sake,
can't have dead
Chaille.
cats in
Yeah.
a fucking reed, Brian Hennigan. The cats froze to death because
It's
you
above
shaved
the
them.
Arctic Circle.
Did she break up with you because you shaved her pussy without permission?
That stays in.
That was
The kids. The cunt
despite the
stays in
response
the
in the
picture.
room. That was
does
very
not.
funny.
Hey, buy cheap disposable razors that give you a cheap shave, or spend a fortune on razors on gimmicky shaving tech you didn't need. That's a lose-lose. Go ahead, get Dollar Shave Club. That's the smarter choice.
All right, Chad, let's say it with gusto. How do we save our listeners money on Dollar Shave Club?
For a limited time, new members get their first month of the Executive Razor with a tube of their Dr. Carver shave butter for only $5 with free shipping. After that, razors are just a few bucks a month. That's a $15 value for only $5. In your first month box, you get an awesome, weighty handle, a full cassette of 4 cartridges, and a tube of their shave butter.
Chad, that's the 5-blade deal.
Righty-o, Doug!
Good.
Come on. This exactly.
It's a 5-blade.
Finally, you-
It's 5 fucking blades. Have you ever stay at a fucking Holiday Inn Express and they go, if you forgot something, go to the front desk. You ever get that razor? They'll chop the shit out of your face. Yeah. This is 5 real razors from Dollar Shave Club. Go back to the beats.
And there are no hidden fees and no commitments. Cancel anytime you like.
Unlike other people who have like all these hidden fees. Like you have to buy 7 more albums from Columbia House Record Tape Club.
You can only get this offer exclusively at dollarshaveclub.com/Stanhope. That's dollarshaveclub.com/Stanhope.
Yeah, Stanhope. That's the hidden key. Shave yourself, you fucking miscreants that show up at my show looking like fucking Scooby-Doo. Fuck you. Clean up and wear a nice vintage 1970s outfit like it's some kind of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
You can only get this offer exclusively at dollarshaveclub.com/Stanhope. That's dollarshaveclub.com/Stanhope.
Good night.
Here's the thing about Casper. I have slept in the pink bedroom multiple times, mostly against my will. And I've never enjoyed any of it, even when there was a decent, marathon of HBO stuff on. But the last couple of times when I've collapsed in the pink bedroom, the first time I didn't even know it was a fucking Casper mattress. And I woke up going, I feel newly rejuvenated and filled with buoyancy. And then the other night, they told me, no, that's because it's a Casper mattress. And I went back into the pink bedroom and I won the best sleeps of my life. And I'm not joking about that. It was a phenomenal experience. So here's my take on the Casper mattress experience. Casper mattresses, you will have a decent night's sleep, even if Ichabod is barking a lot.
And even if you're shit-faced, don't know where you're sleeping, and all you remember is the room was pink when I woke up.
You keep saying the pink room. Do you mean the Casper room?
Oh, my apologies. Obviously, I meant the Casper room. It has so infiltrated my consciousness.
Casper is obsessively engineered mattress at a shockingly fair price.
Indubitably.
So hit the bullet points, Chaille.
It combines supportive memory foams to create an award-winning sleep surface with just the right sink and just the right bounce.
That would explain why I slipped into glorious unconsciousness.
And that would explain why Who gives a shit about all the fucking technology? You're drunk people. We're drunk people. And this shows up at your door in a box where you can just expand a mattress. You just go, oh, UPS is here. Is that my drugs? No, it's a fucking mattress in a box that you just pull out and it expands overnight into a box where your heroin friend will sleep.
It's a manageable box with handles, and then you slide it out. I did this whole thing. I did the unboxing, and I was like, I have to.
You know, I didn't do it.
I know you didn't do it. I just said, this can't be that easy, because I've had other mattresses that came in a box in a roll.
I remember when you were bitching about a competitor we won't name.
Yeah, but you guys are missing the point. You're doing the whole fucking bit of 2001 where the whole build up with the apes and then the fucking thing on the moon. I was in the fucking Casper mattress when they're going through the fucking time zone bit and you end up going nowhere and there's somebody else looking at you who's in an old spacesuit. That was how good the Casper
Shut the
mattress was.
fuck up and go lay down in a Casper mattress, you drunken fucking... That's the guy that controls my fucking destiny. That's the guy I trust for my career.
Well, we're also trusting him to represent Casper. So try Casper for 100 nights risk-free in your home. If you don't love it, they'll pick it up and refund you everything.
I never feel any risk.
Oh, I'd like that. With over 20,000 reviews and an average of 4.8 stars, I think that's out of 5, it's quickly becoming the internet's favorite mattress.
That would be very funny if it was out of like 30 stars.
It's not. It's based on Casper, Amazon, and Google reviews, so it's just not their website. Designed and developed and assembled in the USA.
Hey, Chad Shank, as seen on the best voiceovers ever, how do I save some money with Casper mattresses?
Well, Doug, get $50 toward any mattress purchase by visiting casper.com/Stanhope. And don't forget to use the promo code Stanhope.
What's my name?
Stanhope.
Say my name.
Stanhope.
Say it.
Stanhope.
You gotta get a mattress attached to your back.
That's it?
I ain't done. Void where prohibited. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, this is Elton John, and you're listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
This is too much work for you.
We did like 5 podcasts in a week that week, and 3 of them were evergreens.
If the easy way to do this was, here's from a podcast we didn't put out, and then you put that. I have
that story, you mean?
Yeah, that story in.
Or you do it as a cliffhanger.
I could
But
put
we
that.
don't remember what you.
I can just take the segment of him talking about it and put it on the next podcast that goes out before this one.
I got you.
Is that-
on the part 2?
On the part 2 of the
the
Morgan
part 2.
Murphy, you yelling at Morgan in Buffalo. I could put that. I just cobble it on there, and I could do a small intro, or you can do it right now.
Yeah, just do that.
There you go.
Because then you would
Yeah.
get
Makes
the context of what this is going to be about.
Yeah, just do that. I mean, that's just a cobbling. You're literally going to fucking staple something on.
Yes.
Right. Just do that.
I'll even give you a chance to spit some vitriol. You can say, Chaille fucked up and didn't put this, so that's why we're putting it here.
Spit
Seems,
vitriol.
right.
seems mean to me.
Wow, that's my porn name. Spit vitriol.
All right, look, you ready? All right, spit vitriol.
Hello. Yep.
If you don't know what an evergreen is a podcast we tape that's not time sensitive. We don't talk about Trump or the Patriots winning the Super Bowl. It goes out. It's about Brian Hennigan. No one really cares, and they're not keeping tabs on. Hey, Well, we did a evergreen when Brian Hennigan was talking about his eyes and his eye surgery that was coming up and how it could go poorly. I don't know what the fuck we talked about. We were drunk. But evidently, Chaille spliced that into the last podcast that was some other kind of evergreen. I don't know. You should already be caught up. If you're not, Hennigan will tell us what happened with your eyes. Just quickly recap how bad your fucking eyes are.
Obviously.
Tell me again about my eyes. Sorry, that's a Bugs Bunny cartoon reference. I really didn't expect anybody to get it.
Just to preface, Chad Shank has been working on all of his Bugs Bunny reads. He's taking classes. I know how I feel about comedy classes, and you know my take on that, but Chad is very happy with Sean Pratt, who does voiceover, so Chad can get into doing Audible reads.
He's a well-known Audible narrator, and he does like coaching to teach you when you don't know what the
Like
fuck
a mentor.
you're doing. Yeah,
It's helping you out technically.
Yeah.
How is mentor better than coach?
It's the same thing, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. He said he's a coach, and you said he's like a mentor.
Well, a mentor, a coach would grab you by your fucking shirt and go, "Get in there and fucking read, bitch! You're ready to fucking read!"
That's what we need for Chad.
That's kind of why I think Chaille was trying to mitigate the embarrassing part that I need like a coach to help. Like I don't need like a life coach. He's just helping me with the
But even the
technical aspects.
Even the Audible people said that because they want to use you, and they go, "This fucking guy is great."
Listen,
if you're out there and you think you have pipes like Chad Shank,
Sean Pratt.
how do you find him?
He's on Twitter at SP Presents. I think.
Yeah, I'm
Sean
guessing
Pratt.
if you
just Google, like
you
find
Google
anybody,
Sean
just
Pratt
Google
Audible.
Sean Allen Pratt.
Doesn't he have a third name?
Yeah, Sean Allen Pratt is
Sean
his
Allen
full
Pratt.
name that he like has done books, I guess. It's you find out that having just a voice is a very small part of doing it. There's a ton of different parts that you have to also learn.
And
so it's
one
interesting.
thing, as scary as it is to actually disagree with Chad Shank or give him any advice, when we were doing the book on tape, I don't know how good Sean Pratt is. I assume he's as good as you say, but you're that good a student. You take direction well. Like when I had to do the fucking Louis thing and I can't act and I don't have natural abilities like you do, I shut the fuck up and listen, and you do that, which I like. Other times you're incorrigible.
Almost to a fault. he has to have like it has to be laid out, which is way more comfortable with it that way. So that if you tell him to just go with it, that's the worst thing you can say to Chad, because he wants to know where it's going and how to follow.
When actors talk about making choices, I go, "No, I'm reading the fucking thing you wrote, and if you want me to read it a different way, you tell me."
Yeah.
Well, and that's one of the hard parts that I'm learning about is I have to be in the closet by myself, so I have to be my own director. So I have to learn to figure it out on different levels.
At home in your studio.
Yeah. And does that sound more professional?
That sounded like you were talking about voiceover.
All right, let's get to Hennigan and his eyes.
Yeah. So I have had bad eyes all my life. Now, what people don't understand about when you have bad eyesight is it's a physical thing. There's something wrong with the shape of your eyes.
2020, everyone knows that.
Right.
I have my contacts are like minus 300, which is, I could probably get to the store and back in daylight. You have negative.
I had. This is what's odd, is that my eyes have now changed. I now have something actually approximate to what you have, but in terms of short-sightedness.
What's short-sighted? I don't.
Short.
I don't know.
see
shit.
short.
You can see short distances. You can't see far away.
So, but when
I think you fucked that up. I think Brian's wrong.
No,
Short-sighted means you
I
can
think
see
I know
up
about
close.
this subject.
All right. Well, the people at home are not seeing his hand. He's
Well, he went this. He didn't go like that. He went in front of him. Yeah.
All right.
Does it bother you that either way it makes you a weaker human being?
Well, see, I'll be honest, very interesting point, Chad, because it's one of the few things I would ever say to people is the one thing that's physically wrong with me is something I can't help. Because I was born with weak eyes. And
them eyes can't jog up a hill 6 times.
Yeah. And so what happens is that when you have very short sightedness, like I was like minus 16, something like that. Your eye is literally stretched at the back of into your skull. That's what it's a physical thing.
Is a normal eye round or is it
no?
Kind of
eyes are slightly, they're
egg-shaped.
They're more egg-shaped, slightly. The idea of a perfectly round eye doesn't
like an eyeball.
Yeah. Even because when it comes out, it's no longer contained by the skull. So therefore,
there's pressure outside and inside. But, but like we sell eyeballs at Ghost Ride. Available now at ghostride.com. They are perfectly round.
Well, again, for horror purposes, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, they're for these things, but that's not what it looks like. No. It is kind of like an oblong.
And again,
and it has a tail like a carrot that goes deep inside the head.
I assume
as well,
it looks
too.
like a small testicle. It's got a fucking some kind of rope that attaches to the back, and otherwise it's kind of oblong and egg-shaped.
So the point is, the cause of my terrible eyesight.
Testicle eyes, go ahead.
Yeah.
I want to play the Science Minute, the Stanhope Science Minute theme song right here, so everyone knows that we are talking about science.
So I then was suffering around about March, April. And no, it was April. I thought my contact lens was dirty. And it turns out, no, because your eyes are so bad, at a premature age, you now have cataracts, like what they call a nuclear cataract. So we have to replace both the lenses in your eyes. And but first we have to find a surgeon who will agree to do this. It's like, what? Isn't there just money involved? No, your eyes are so
like,
bad.
Conjoined twins.
Yeah,
where
your eyes are so bad.
Die.
Your eyes are so bad. The surgeon is going to have to agree to do the job. And
this is where a doctor that wasn't getting a gig took a chance, won, and now he's the best ocular specialist in the world. Well, no, I just couldn't get a gig and I got lucky.
Yeah, I wasn't taking those chances.
I went to an expert.
No, I went to the best. I went to this guy. His name's Kodabash. He's in Beverly Hills, which is where you want people to be for eye surgery because it's filled with rich old people who have eye problems.
That's your theory for teeth too, by the way.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Why would you go elsewhere? Unless you had a soul. So, Kodabash, I go in to see him and he says, Brian, I've done 13,500 of these operations. You're going to be in the top 100 worst.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he said, if anything's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong with you. Okay.
Bedside manner.
Yeah. And he said, but here's this is where his bedside manner kicked in because he was like Neil McLeod, the dentist. He went, but here's the thing, Brian. Of those 100 operations, only one has gone bad. He was brilliant. And so I'll cut to the...
Then they bring the guy in with his tapping cane and his cup.
Doctor, I need you to sign these.
Change for the blind. Change for the blind.
I love it. The doctor, like, because his condition is so extraordinary that instead of like Brian posing for a photo where they block out his eyes, they block out his whole body and just have his eyes showing.
The funny thing was what you mean, like in fucking Seven? Like, the funny thing was, again, they had to have me cleared for surgery by a retinal specialist because I previously had a detached retina. So they had to get a retinal guy to check me first to make sure my eyes could survive surgery.
I've had something like that where there's a lot of things that can happen elsewhere in your body that the eyes are a window to the soul. Not only that, but you can't do some of these things if your eyes aren't capable.
Correct. So that all happens, and we cut to me being in the operating theater. And this is where it becomes very interesting. So they said to me, "You do understand, you have to be conscious for this."
What?
You have to be fully conscious. Not lightly conscious, fully conscious. And it's this thing called, you can look it up. And I said this to somebody else, and they said, that sounds brilliant. It's called conscious sedation. So I'm in
Adderall and Xanax.
Kodabash owns his own fucking perfect hospital, right? And so I go in there on the first operation. Julie Seabaugh took me. Second operation, Brett Erickson took me. It was like a coming together of the village. And so we go.
Oh, I thought you meant once she thought you were going to be blind, she didn't need you anymore. You had to go with a.
All right, this is my last ride. Oh, you're doing one eye at a time, right?
Of course, again, which isn't self-confidence inducing because they're doing that for a reason. Because in case there's a fuck up with the first one, they're not going to do the second one.
At least you still have one eye.
Right. So
insurance payout for double eye blindness.
This hospital was like walking into a fucking boutique hotel. It's like staffed by models and
the W.
Yeah, it's like
he described it like we're going to lose half the audience here, or 95%. Woody Allen's Sleeper, that kind of new age, kind of all white, and I lost 95% of the fucking podcast.
Before you turn it off, the Ultra Bar in Clockwork Orange.
Kind of.
That was kind of like
but the Woody Allen was more accurate. Also interesting because I have Woody Allen glasses. See what we did there?
Yeah.
So
see what we didn't do there?
But then we cut to me. I'm on this gurney. I'm on an IV, and I'm thinking, they're about to remove the lens in the middle of my eye and replace it with something artificial. I'm mildly, aware of this. So then the anesthetist comes over, who's amazing. And he said, okay, Brian, I'm just going to put something in your IV here. And he did it. And then I'm being wheeled through. And the operation is taking place. First thing they have to do is
Bill Cosby's there.
Okay,
right. I put a little something in your. I didn't question what it was.
Oh no, that's here. Yeah, they couldn't have. Bill Cosby couldn't have used what they used.
Did the DJ ask if you wanted a certain song during the operation?
They were playing music.
They never.
So here's the funny part: is this because I'm lying there and they say, so your eye. Everything is incredibly scientific and Moonbase Alpha type stuff. Until you realize, obviously, you can't move. So apart from your eye, they want you to have control of your eye, but only in a way that's determined by them and you. Meaning the rest of your body can't inadvertently move. How do they achieve this? I'll tell you how they achieve it. They gaffer tape you to a fucking gurney.
They duct tape you down?
Literally, I heard this noise and I was like, what's that? And it was like, a Roadrunner Coyote fucking thing. And they basically duct taped my torso, then duct taped my neck.
Wait,
then,
tape? For real tape?
And then
everything else is perfect, like new age, fucking state of the art.
And then duct taped my head, duct taped and everything until all that was visible was basically my eye.
What you described earlier.
Just what you said.
For the pictures.
So, but what they don't do that's like Clockwork Orange, which I thought they would, is
podcasts imitate art.
But they did tape the eye open. So here's the important point. The first thing is they say, okay, you have to look into the laser while we weaken your lens so that we can extract it. So I'm just going, okay, fine. I'll do that. And then they did that and they said, okay, and they're giving this, they're saying they're very, it's the one moment when they're very look here. Like they're very commanding.
Boot camp.
Yeah. And then they're putting the replacement lens in and they're going, look, stay still. Nothing. And it's done. And I'm being wheeled back.
Wait, they did it already?
Yeah. I'm being wheeled back and nothing is changed. And what this drug they give you is this. It makes you you're completely aware of you're completely lucid, but you're indifferent to someone operating on your eye.
Jesus Christ.
I wasn't groggy and I wasn't high. I was just like, oh, someone's operating on my eye. Great. And then eventually they take me back through to the recovery.
Was it alcohol?
No. No, it was just money. No,
By the way, my hands are sweating. I'm like super nervous.
So I go back through to the.
I can't believe
Gonna cry.
To the. Well, you can't cry because they've operated on your eye.
No,
Seriously?
he's
All right.
gonna cry.
All right.
So booze sales.
And so they take me back through to the recovery area, which is where basically I'd just come from, and they just sort of they just sit me there for 25 minutes. Then they go, okay, like stand up, okay. And I just went out and found Julie, and she drove me home.
It was Brett. It was
No,
Brett.
the first time it was
First
Brett.
one.
Oh.
Julie.
Wait a
Julie
minute.
And Brett.
So-
Okay, so the second operation, I had the presence of mind. I was like the anesthetist comes.
Fool me once.
And I'm like,
I do have questions too. You said they did them both at the same time.
no. They did them separately.
You said they do them both at the same
No, I
time
never said
because if they fuck up.
No,
Oh,
I said
all
they
right.
don't do them both at the
Oh,
same
they
time.
don't. All right.
Not
That-
allowed to.
Okay.
The second time I said, okay, Mr. Anesthetist, what is this you're giving me? And it's it's 2 drugs mixed in a special
Oh,
cocktail.
so many of our fans are gonna fucking be on Google when you say this.
Oh, yeah.
Just like
That's why they're
just
listening.
like Timothy McVeigh. How do you put what in the U-Haul?
Okay, it's a combination of propofol
Yep.
and fentanyl.
That's the Michael Jackson killer.
Yeah.
And fentanyl is the one that you lick a kid and it kills you if it touched fentanyl. They cut
the fumes.
heroin with
Yeah.
it. And
The
So-
powder from the residue.
cops are dying from touching the shit when they knock your door in because you're dealing drugs and they grab the wrong. What's this in the old?
Just the powder
Yeah.
residue can be absorbed in your skin, and it's a major
I
thing.
had a colonoscopy years back, and they give you like a Twilight, they called it, and
Same,
I think
it's
it
the
was
fentanyl.
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
It
I
is
don't-
similar
The
because
propanol
he
is-
has a 20/20 eyeball in his asshole right now. All right, I just pictured that.
That's
Go
where,
ahead. Go ahead, Brad.
that's how he gives people the stink eye. And I said this to our one Hollywood contact, Sam Sarkar, how I was completely lucid and then entirely indifferent to what was happening, and he said, "Yeah, I think that's what they give agents."
Oh, Sam was gonna milk that joke.
Oh, I know. But it
forever now.
is very odd to be completely aware of what. But you can understand why someone like Michael Jackson, who had a few things going on in his life at the time it happened, would like propofol
To be distracted from.
Just because you could do everything you normally do and not really care
And go
about
to sleep
all
at
the
night.
multiple lawsuits that are happening.
It was for sleeping. It's what it was. So he could actually shut his eyes and the carnival
Yeah.
stop. Yeah.
So anyway, now,
Thank you.
after 6 to 8 weeks, I am able to see in a way that I could never done before. I have never been able to wake up in the morning and see the ceiling for as long as I can remember.
What's the space between first operation and second operation?
2 weeks.
Okay.
Chad Shank just discovered the miracle of $2.99 Ace Hardware reading glasses. Didn't know he had fucked up vision till his wife gave her reading glasses and went, holy sh-.
Yeah, I tried them on, and oh fuck! All right, I
That's
guess I
the same
need
with me.
these. I didn't realize it. I'm
But
old.
it's a beautiful feeling
Oh,
when
yeah.
you can see again.
I got a question. Did they replace your lens? Is what
Yeah,
they did?
I have artificial lenses.
Oh, wow.
Because Jenny was for a while was an assistant in a eye clinic where they did this, but not as fancy as what you're talking about. Because I helped her study for it when she was going through the training.
They also sold farm fresh eggs in the lobby.
They just have to physically slice a hole in the side of it and then insert a rolled up new lens in that little slice.
fruit roll-up.
And it unfurls
And it popped, yeah.
into the new spot, and it made my fucking asshole clench every time I'd have to read that book with her to help her study for that.
But that again, that's why with me they used this laser. They had to take the lens out. Again, my eyes are so fucked
Yeah,
up.
that's fancy though,
Yeah.
right? You got some.
And but then when I had my follow up with the Kodabash person, who's fantastic, he has the right level of humble brag about him, and I said that was an amazing procedure, like, and he just went, yeah, we basically performed the most advanced eye surgery possible, like full stop.
Like in the world.
Yeah, you have the most advanced and powerful lens in your eye that is available.
He's the bionic man.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Now
Yeah.
he can actually see through your soul
Yeah.
without
that's right.
missing all those things.
I know. I
when
used
he
to-
tried to tear you apart as a person behind your back,
And-
go, you know what the problem with that person is? Well, it's a bit blurry, but I think now he knows.
And yet he can't see that Club Metronome is not going to have seats in the fucking venue.
Oh, I saw that. That was a problem with my typing. I didn't tell you. So, and what was very exciting was going to a regular optician and being able to select, because I still have to get corrective vision for driving and not your cars. But
You need corrective fucking driving classes. You should see fucking Bobo from the Stern Show.
wait,
Take
so-
his fucking driving
So
class.
the point was, it's the first time I'd ever been presented with.
Sorry, I meant Steve from Florida.
I could actually just select any frames like anyone else. Because normally when I went to the optician, it'd be like, well, we could probably, leverage like the fucking glass bottle lenses you need into maybe that frame. And so therefore that's the one you're getting.
like the professor on Futurama.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want this monocle, sir?
Hey, White Urkel. Tape or no tape?
Anyway, so it was interesting. And,
But you were so fucking happy.
Oh.
Look, I can see you. Did you not notice? I was like, Kanopka's lost a bunch of weight, but I come home and I get other shit I worry about. He's like, can you tell me I look good? And I'm like, oh fuck, yeah, you did lose a lot of weight. And Brian, when we stayed the night in that hotel, he's like, did you notice it didn't take me 45 minutes to put in my fucking Coke bottle contact lenses? No, I didn't notice, but now that you pointed it out, yeah.
It's funny that he wanted you to notice that he could see better.
well, that's the case. It was more to do with the fact that I wake up in the morning and just go, okay, now the day starts, as opposed to, where are my fucking glasses?
Oh, that's great.
How quickly can I put my contact lenses in?
Well, let me say no. He wakes up, when you share a hotel room with Hennigan, he sleeps naked and he gets up naked. So you don't notice. You leave, you look the other way, you pretend you're watching TV, you pretend you're retying your fucking Velcro tennis sneakers. You do anything but look at Hennigan. So no, I didn't notice.
Hennigan's eyes get better and you're trying to put your eyes out.
Exactly. Can I get your old vision? Is there a trade out? Like a Guns for Toys
How does
program?
one get glaucoma? Is there a how-to?
The only way you'd notice is if he found his underwear in the morning. I noticed you put on underwear today.
Normally I was getting up trying to climb in the pillow sack.
Fuck it.
All right.
Right.
You know what?
Okay,
I'm gonna save.
I've got two little things to talk about that are good.
Oh, good.
Right.
You're good. I'm just saving. I wanted to pitch the Defiant ones on. Is it Showtime or HBO?
HBO. It's magnificent.
It's fucking
The
phenomenal.
episode.
It's not
something
a
that
paid
lives.
plug.
Everyone, Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre. The moment where fucking Eminem meets Dr. Dre,
Oh my God.
and they sit in the studio and Eminem and they just riff, is fucking hair
I just
raising.
saw that one. And Doug, have you seen that one?
Yeah. I've watched them all.
Eminem, I mean, who the fuck was smart enough to be videoing the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
When Eminem, this isn't recreated. He's sitting there, and a week ago, he was in fucking Mile 8 or 8 Mile or whatever, passing out demo tapes and rap battling at a fucking stupid open
It's
mic.
so good. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's fantastic.
that's just shaving the fucking top of it.
yeah.
It's so good. Please don't send any more matches. We got so many fucking matches. So give us your closing tomes.
There were two little interesting things that I thought you'd enjoy. I know you'll enjoy this, and they're both medically related in the theme of stuff that we've been talking about. Number one thing that's not been reported enough: ProPublica came out with this report based on a medical research that showed there is such a thing as placebo surgery. And they basically examined a bunch of things that basically said people are reporting they feel much better after surgery, even when they did surgery that made no difference. They deliberately did surgery that did nothing. They just knocked someone out and appeared to do surgery. And the people were like, oh, I feel so much better.
For full disclosure, ProPublica is the parent company of Smart Fuck Magazine.
Yes. So anyway, that's a very interesting article about the idea of placebo surgery. That, you know, you'll undergo surgery and you will naturally think, I feel better, even if there's no real reason.
Well, that's why they do placebo pills and stuff like that
but
as a study. Because...
the point being that there's a lot of surgery taking place that's unnecessary.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh,
Which I know is a
I
dog
have
of dogs.
placebo sex through a myriad of porn sites, and I feel like I just came all over my belly, and I hope no one has a black light. if
You
they
passed out, and I just
stay
took
in
a
that
turkey
room.
baster and squirted
The
something
other
on it.
medical thing that I thought was very interesting was, and this is equally brilliant,
I hope so.
there's the myth of. Sorry, I made a mistake. This is also ProPublica. I was in a bit of a jag. The myth of drug expiration dates. Basically, they discovered that.
Oh, I did read that.
Yeah. Like most drugs, they'll stop being effective, but they'll never kill you, and most drugs will keep going, frankly, forever.
I remember when neighbor Dave was selling Frito-Lays and he would bring us all these expired chips. You have to eat them soon. No, they don't. They put an expiration date on most of that shit, so you eat it quicker and then buy more.
Sell by.
Yes.
Go ahead,
Sell
Chad.
by.
You guys realize that's where all the cheap drugs in Mexico come from? Is because all the expired drugs in the United States go to Mexico, and then people go across the border and buy them for a lot cheaper.
Yes.
There's a
how that
nonprofit
works.
that tries to just take the expired drugs in America over to third world countries, and it's the red tape of how they can actually get them, and they'll take whatever we shovel over there, but it's just getting the drug companies to let go of that. They want to destroy them or flush them.
Of course they do.
Ah, fuck. We gotta take a break. The cat's having kittens.
Pro Flowers. This has come in so fantastically. Where, like, if Pro Flowers were not a sponsor, I would just ignore so many people. Where you go, oh no, Pro Flowers, fucking Evelyn, Evil E. She still has the. We called her Evil E. Evelyn is a woman of a certain age that doesn't listen to the podcast. And one of the meanest women, we were just talking about this when Russ Dunn died. Oh, I was talking with Andrew. When Russ Dunn died, she went, good. She didn't like him. And Russ Dunn loved the fact that she openly hated him because he loved honesty. And she just turned 64, 5. Nah. I don't care. Doesn't matter. When we had that fucking cop shooting, we had our own little Ferguson thing that didn't make the news, where a cop shot a homeless guy because he thought in broad daylight he might have been wielding a knife from far away. And so this fucking pig shot the fucking crazy guy. But you know what? When you live in a town like Bisbee, hey, this is a Pro Flowers commercial. Stay with me. When you live in a town of 5,000 people, everyone knows everyone. And they shot not a dude, they shot Crazy Carlos. He was known as Crazy Carlos. And somehow at noon, he harassed people in the fucking parking lot of Safeway.
Not the flowers section?
Hang on. Evelyn, as the cops and Tucson local news drove all the way down, they're doing stories about the shooting. And then Evelyn's surrogate says, hey, you know they just killed Crazy Carlos? And she goes, yeah, He deserved it. And she goes, Evelyn, you're really mean. He goes, don't you remember how he'd harass us and try to grab us in the parking lot? He deserved it. So, Evelyn, for her birthday, we sent her Pro flowers.
No, we missed her birthday.
We missed her. We sent her flowers for her birthday. We just missed the day.
We missed the day, but we spontaneously surprised someone. Getting flowers on her birthday, we did it on an extra day because we forgot.
And we sent it to her, not at her house, to her workplace, where people will go, why is Evil E getting flowers from anyone? She's mean. She loves it when Crazy Carlos dies. She loves it when Russ Dunn dies. Everyone, yeah, they deserved it. But you know what? She's mother to me. I love no woman older than me, except for Tracy. That much. Pro flowers. Just send flowers to weird people and make them just creeped out. It's not expensive.
No, actually, you'll get 20% off any of the unique summer rose bouquets or any other bouquet of $29 or more.
Just send flowers to someone at work that you despise and send it from the really hot girl that works the front desk that you know won't last for 3 or 4 more weeks. And give that guy hope. Where's my stapler guy? Send that guy flowers from the hot chick at work, and then just watch it's what, $29 for all your amusement. You guys have jobs. I don't. I get drunk, but I have good ideas, and this is one.
A good choice would be their colorful rainbow roses. They're always a hit, and it's sure what someone would like to get.
Yeah, that's a bullet point. You know what to send them. Send them the biggest, most grotesque, what's the word? My mother used to use that word, ostentatious. Ooh. Just a giant bouquet of flowers to the most ridiculous person you know.
They're guaranteed to stay fresh for at least 7 days or your money back. Plus, you control the date that they get sent. You do it all online.
Do it. Pro flowers. Is there a hashtag or a sitcom?
We'll get to that.
Sitcom.
A sitcom /tag. Funwort.
The takeaway here is that Pro Flowers gives you more bloom for your buck.
Chad, hit that beat.
To get 20% off summer roses or any other bouquet of $29 or more, go to proflowers.com and use code Stanhope at checkout. That's proflowers.com and code Stanhope. Don't wait to make someone's day.
If you're Chad Shank, you can make everything sound beautiful.
That's proflowers.com and code Stanhope.
Hey, we're back. All right, it's time for viewer mail. The first two. One, the one I'm not even going to read is one of the ubiquitous people who think we have some intern program. This ain't Stern. I will live out of a fucking cabin. I can, what did he say in this? He can pull moisture out of cacti.
That creeped me out.
Yeah,
at that point, I'm like, I think you could also hide a body.
Wait, I got a lot of shit I need done around my yard.
That's also what I
can
thought.
get rid of that guy when he's done if he's real
That's
weird.
why I threw the print off of the email to you.
This is the whole George Costanza getting Kramer getting an intern on Seinfeld. This guy was willing to do everything and went way overboard of what he's willing to do.
I can't believe Hennigan is so drunk that he didn't jump up at the mention of Seinfeld because he knows. No, you fucking talk from your fucking sitting position. All right. Yeah, we don't need help around the house. People they purposely mishear what they hear on the podcast. Oh, I heard you said you needed someone to do that. No, no, I needed this done and I found someone to do it, and you're trying to
But
stop.
more importantly, he said he wanted to live in a cardboard box somewhere in a corner on your property, that's the problem. If I want someone to edit a podcast,
Tom's already got that.
Hey,
if I want someone to edit something, I can send it to them through
know.
Dropbox. I don't need a creeper.
The
Like,
last thing I want is people around me. This is on you, Chaille. There's 2 in a row.
Hold on,
And I get
let me get my
these
tissues. Let me
repeatedly.
get my tissues.
Wah. Chaille. People keep emailing me. Hey, why is it $24 to ship a thing? I understand if that's out of the country because that's what they charge us. We're not trying to rape you on fucking shipping charges. If you live in some fucked up country, but you don't tell me where you're from. Hey, $24 to ship a $20 item? Well, talk to your fucking post office. And if you get a really rude email from me,
This is a good one.
look at I think I've said this a million times. This
Doug,
is the guy that
hold
says,
on, Doug. The one you're reading right there, it's stapled. Is the replies, they go backwards. It's fucked up, but that's the way I could print it.
This is the one
All right.
that I look for someone to hate in the morning so I don't focus on myself. Chad knows this.
When you're not in a hotel,
Says, hey there. I'm looking at buying one of the Mishka Shabali t-shirts. A t-shirt we sell as a favor to a friend. And I was hoping you could supply me with some details about the sizes. I'd like the pit-to-pit size on the small and medium tees. Also, could you tell me the price of shipping to Scotland? And I just wrote, yeah, and then afterwards we'll haggle. Go fuck yourself. Like I'm going to go down while Chaille's on the road making sure his wife doesn't have breast cancer and break into the shop and get a tape measure to measure pit to pit. You don't know if you're a small or a medium. You need me. You fucking email me.
you're relying on Doug to know how to work a tape measure.
Dear-
First of all, first problem.
Dear personal shopping assistant,
You're an Amazon bot, Doug.
I have rather large man breasts, and a regular medium shirt looks funny on me.
What about the waist? Then I just kept fucking with him and telling him he's a piece of shit. And then when he finally relented, sorry, I'm an annoying Scotsman. I said,
I have one of my own.
yeah.
Position filled.
I said, don't worry. I like to tell people to fuck off a lot before I forward the email to Chaille. And you get to deal with angry
Much like
people.
on the tour, I get the fucking problem at the end of the rope. You know?
Wait, where's the fucking one? Where's this cocksucker? I think that's this. Yeah, here you go.
Is it another email?
Oh, this is Robin.
Oh.
Oh,
Chaille and Tom Konopka saw the name Robin and both assumed it was a lady. And Chad Shank and I saw the subject.
The text.
Fucking shitty ads.
Yeah.
Like, that's a dude.
I didn't
Why
even
would
have
you
to
think?
get that far.
Yeah.
Fucking. Chicks don't lead a subject line. Fucking. Yeah.
I'm assuming not a lot of chicks email in. If there's not a lot of chicks listen to the podcast, probably, and those few probably don't email in complaining about it.
1/10 of our
Robin-
listeners are females.
Robin Miles Langley.
Half that now we call them chicks for 10 minutes.
First of all, before I read the fucking shitty ads in the subject, I see your name, Robin
Miles.
Langley. Anyone who hyphenates their name for a marriage, what do you think your kids are going to do? What if your kid is going to marry Sean stupid dash idiot? Then it's going to be Miles Langley dash, and then their kids, they're going to have 85 fucking names, and they're going to have to live in some...
We're talking about somebody who emails.
Robin Miles
Let's just
Langley.
hope they don't have any kids at all.
It's a fucking big thing in the NFL where I see the hyphenated names on the back of the jersey, and you go, really? You're going to make that a thing? Because your kids...
Wait, that's not because they're not sure who the father is?
Doug, can you pay Chaille a salary? Because these shitty ads, flowers, stamps, apron, etc., are really boring and annoying. You know what? Your email wasn't. Your email inspired me to shit all over Robin Miles Langley and your stupid kids you'll produce. The fake ads were great. The fake ads were real. They just didn't know that we were doing ads for them.
The fake ads tricked real ads to get on board. Yeah. Quit fucking this gravy
But now
train up.
Chaille says Robin Miles Langley.
Ma'am.
You're gonna have. I bet Robin Miles Langley will have to go back to Robin Miles when they divorce because she made her name go first.
Wait, this isn't a dude?
Interesting. That's interesting. No, I think it is
no,
a dude.
No, I'm back to Robin Langley. I was Miles Langley until she dumped me for a rapper.
Coolio.
He means a Christmas wrapper.
The fake ads were great, but now Chaille needs to afford a hip operation or some such, and he is making you do these ads. Yes, Chaille makes us do ads. You fucking cunt. We tried to make him put in the ads.
I tried to post pictures once of Chaille making Stanhope do ads, and he got so mad at me. He's like, you don't post the pictures of me making Stanhope do ads.
You come into my house, motherfucker!
Robin Redbreast continues. You are ruining your own podcast. Pay Chaille money and save us from these bullshit reads from Robin.
Citing someone who can.
No, he said from Robin.
From Robin. I get it.
He said
he's on LinkedIn. That's the first one that comes up in Google.
Yeah, he's in the. He's a Scotsman, and yeah, he said, "Fucking his Scotland is in there."
Oh, I think that was the one before.
Oh,
but fuck it, let's blame it on this guy.
No, he's. I think he's from Nottingham.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Nottingham. Yep. Hack Oddity is gonna come look for you.
There's no recourse in this. I just
No,
wonder,
I'm saying Hack Oddity will be in a fucking medical facility due to his his burden, let's say.
So what do they want out of this? They want you to just pay me for their entertainment? Is that what they want?
Yeah,
I've done this for 3 years. I've edited all the podcasts for 3 years for no money.
What?
And then a company came and said, we would like to host your content and to pay you with
hurts.
ads.
I have paid him.
How do you have the balls to send that without a check in there with the letter? Like, I enjoy your content, but fuck you for getting anything out of it.
Keep giving me more for free.
Yeah.
And Doug, you should pay for everything.
Yeah.
Which you did the whole time. Until we got paid, and now we get paid.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Or let's just stop doing it based on Robin Miles Langley.
Let's just stop. And on the
at
website.
Hotmail, by the way.
Yeah.
At Hotmail.
At the website will just be The reason you can't hear the Doug Stanhope podcast is because of Robin Miles Langley.
Listen, Robin Miles Langley, you only mentioned Chaille in your email, but you forgot that Chad Shank gets a percentage of those proceeds as well. So you want to shoot me in the foot, and I'll find out where the fuck you live.
Actually, you're on a hit list. Is that what we do? You want to take a break? You want to take a month off?
Yeah, no.
Robin thinks we need a month off.
Let's just never do the podcast again.
It's been good.
Let's start the Miles Robin Langley, whatever the fuck.
Robin Miles Langley.
Yeah, podcast
On LinkedIn.
and all we
it's
do
the
is
Google search.
we just read menus from local eateries.
It'll be the fake commercial podcast.
We'll read all the deportation. All the members of the deportation.
Yeah.
Totally depressing. Shame. Clang clang.
I was thinking
Shame.
of
Clang
a bell in the background too. Perfect.
Shame.
Bring out your dad.
Shame.
That's us. We're stealing Stern to close this fucking thing out. Fuck you, Robin Miles Langley, and go fuck yourself.
Bill Burr, December 2nd at the Desert Diamond Casino. Go check it out.
Absolutely.
Is it December 2nd?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm too scared to go. Here's the plugs. My August dates are on DougStanhope.com. It's all upper Midwest, Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota.
Then back through Kansas City and Denver.
Oh, and yeah, Denver, Kansas City and Denver on our drive back home to finally get our fucking car back.
All the links are up, and it goes August 7th to August 31st.
And if it says it's sold out, it's fucking sold out.
Yeah,
Don't
and
fuck-
by the way, the great people of Duluth who are on the fucking mailing list, that gig was half sold out purely through the mailing list. So if you're a huge fan and you weren't on the mailing list, that's why you can't get a ticket.
Some people say, "Oh, I'm on the mailing list. I have a couple." Well, you know what? It goes by if you used to live in San Jose, California, and you moved to fucking Cincinnati, that's why we have a mailing list that's targeted to the
geographically
region so you don't get fucking spam.
And we're aware there are occasionally idiosyncrasies, but for the most part, we're always
sometimes
right.
it fucks up.
Also, I know people that have told me before that it went to their spam folder. So check your spam folder if you're subscribed to the mailing list, because it might be going there already.
All right. Yeah, and merchandise.
Good point.
There's lots of merchandise. Chaille has lots of merchandise. It keeps this podcast going.
We're selling vinyl on the road because people were asking about that.
My book, they moved the release date up from Halloween to December 5th, which works good for business because it's Christmas. Yeah, so buy my new book, This Is Not Fame, on Amazon or wherever the fuck else
Available
you buy
now.
shit. Anywhere but Walmart, probably. And
They're desperate. They're doing
hey, you got a fucking, you want some voiceover done? Chad Shank, through the genius of Sean Pratt, is now a professional voiceover dude. So go to audio.shank.com.
Audioshank.com.
He put a dot. Oh, he put a dot. Yeah, all right. Audioshank.com.
It just redirects.
It's the way
It's still my fault. I love that it's still my fault.
Well, and what's funny is it redirects to my Twitter account. I don't have a website yet.
Read it out then.
Tune in next time where Chaille will cry like a cunt again. And let's play this out with Boys Don't Cry. Is that? No, that's a movie.
No, that's a song. The Cure.
Yeah, we can't use copyrighted shit. So let's just go with Mishka Shabali. I don't know if he still hates me.
What were the tracks of My Tears?
Just shut the fucking podcast down and play Marilyn Manson, Killing Strangers.
hey, we're doing commercials now, so support our sponsors so we keep doing this. Otherwise, eat a bucket of shit.
One more and say eat 2 buckets of shit.
It's not enough buckets of shit.
Actually, I need you to say 2 buckets of shit, Tom.
Don't wait to make someone's day.
If you're Chad Shank, you can make everything sound beautiful. That's what you do. But if you want fucking insurance, Geico is the worst fucking insurance ever. Yeah, you can cut it.
We're done. That's funny.